Hey, welcome back everyone. We got Bright here. My name is Briggs and we're from Miles Pellet Stove, giving you guys another pellet stove repair video. Today we're going to be working on the Harman Accentra Pellet Stove and showing you guys how to access and replace the auger motor today.
Here it is. This is the auger motor. And so step by step, Briggs will show you how to take the old one out and put the new one in. Follow along with us and please take a moment before we get going. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe doesn't cost any money, folks. Help us build the channel so we can help you, your family, and your friends. Let's go to work.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, friends. Now, safety, safety, safety. Unplug your stove, as always, before you work on your pellet stove. And if you're local, Lynn, Benton, and Lane County, call Briggs and I out for a service call if you feel uncomfortable. And if you live in another state, call your local service provider. So there you go. We're going to show you the tools that you will need today. So throw those aside. We're going to get to 5/16 adapter for your impact. 5/16. If you have a ratchet, you get it. Then we're going to go to a 3/16 Allen wrench. Most people have this. If you don't, Ace Hardware, Harbor Freight, get a set. Pretty inexpensive. Then some snips or scissors, a zip tie or two, or some electrical tape. Those are the things that you will need to take this auger motor in and out. So Briggs, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next scene. Okay, here's the bonus clip. Now this is pretty important. Now the auger motor, and you can check the specs on the back of your Accentra or your owner's manual if you have one. If you don't have one, I'll tell you, if you have a chain-driven auger system, your auger motor is this, a 4 RPM CCW. What the heck does that stand for, Briggs? Counterclockwise.
Yes.
That's what you will need, 4 RPM counterclockwise if you have the chain-driven system. Very, very important before you make your order on the internet. So there you go, and we'll go to the next step. And here we go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. So we're going to be taking off the two back panels right here, left and right one, and they're held up by two 5/16 bolts each side. So we take each of those off just as so. You're going to take your panel, and slide it off just like that. This will expose the auger motor and the chain-driven system. For more room purposes, we're going to go over here. We're going to be taking off these bolts, setting them to the side, and doing the same thing. Just taking it off, put it to the side here. Now, this is what we're going to be tackling. Here's your auger motor, here's the bracket, and here's a couple sprockets and the chain drive. So, basically, what we're going to be tackling is this Allen bolt right here. It's holding this sprocket to the auger motor, and the auger motor itself is attached to this bracket with 4 bolts. So to get a little extra room, since that thing's in the bottom, I'm going to be taking off this panel right here just to give me a little bit more. It is held by two 5/16 bolts. If you get that out of the way, now you have total freedom. So I'm going to take my 3/16 Allen wrench, going right here on the impact, just loosen it just enough. You don't have to take it out all the way. And now this will loosen the sprocket just as so. You might have to wiggle it a little bit to come out, but once it does, let it hang there, you're golden. Next, grab your 5/16, and we're going to be working on these 4 bolts. So just going around, again, you don't have to take them all the way out. Just loosen them a little bit, just as so. Put your tool away, put the sprocket down, and what you're going to do, kind of looking at more, we're going to be sliding this out to the left. So slide it out. Those grommets go in the back way, through those holes, and right here, careful of the little fan back there. Your auger motor's out, and now, in the next scenes, we'll be showing you step by step how to deal with these wires. All right, so we're going to be focusing on 3 wires today. You got your 2 main power wires and the ground wire. So what's nice on this one, the ground wire, you can just disconnect right here, this piece, instead of disconnecting all the way back here. So we're gonna do just that. We're gonna take that off. Sometimes it will pull, stick a little bit, take it off, you're golden. Now, these two right here, this power, we're gonna follow it, and right tucked in here, everyone, you're gonna see the two connections for that power. So, to get in there, we have a few zip tie things to disconnect. So we're gonna take some pincers, get in there, start loosening those up. Now be careful when doing this so you don't accidentally snip the wires themselves. So let's see how that's loosening up a little bit. Gonna get right in here. This is a tight fit. Let's see how the surgery hand is. Can you see that pretty well? Right there?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Well, that's a tough one. Let's see if we can get her. Boom. You lucky? Oh, need one more cut in there. And see, this is a little bit of reality, folks. It is a tight fit. You don't have much to maneuver. But once you have those a little bit looser, pull those out. There you go. You don't need to go any deeper. And right here, what we're going to do, disconnect the white and disconnect the black. And there's one little pesky one right here. We're almost done. There's a lot of securing of these wires. Take that off to the side. And right there, folks, auger motor's removed.
Okay, friends, we're outside today, and this is the motor, and again, 4 RPM, CCW, counterclockwise. So this one here is still in great condition. We have a new one we could put it in, but we're not, because this one's still good. So what happens over time, can you see this good, Briggs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get a lot of dust accumulation in here, so you want to clean that out. So if you've got a brush at home, this is kind of nice. You can just kind of like lightly just get the garbage out of there, like so. You can see it. The other thing, you know, if you have a rag, great, you understand it. We like to use compressed air. It works a little faster, but most people don't have that. But if you do, just kind of just out, just gently, like so, and you get it. So this is all clean and nice. And there's a lot of quality aftermarket auger motors, and they may not have this blade like this, and that's okay. There's some good ones out there that will save you and your family some money. So let's go put this back in the stove.
All right, so real quick, before we put this auger motor back in, I want to show you some key differences that you may face when you're actually putting a new one in here. So here we have the original, and here we have the new one. So right off the back, you can tell the old one, it's got the wires. This one does not have wires, has different connections. But if you're faced with this, don't worry. Sometimes auger motors will come out with some extra stuff with it to combat, you know, stuff like this. But if it doesn't, no worries. What you can do, you could salvage these wires right here by cutting them right here, keeping them long. Having a wire splicing kit, you can have some wire cutters cut, and you strip the ends, have 2 more female ends, and crimp them each on these ends. Therefore, you could take these, connect them back here, and then finally these that you newly spliced, put it right back in here, no problem, it'll work just great. Now also, my dad mentioned, the older ones will tend to have this fan, and the newer ones do not. No worries, it's not 100% completely necessary. It will not break your stove. Now, one other thing that's a little minute, but if you're ever faced with this ground, as you can see, this one doesn't have that little tab. So you could just take this little tab out here with the corresponding tool, take that off, and put it right here, and there you go. You can retrofit right to the new one. So as we go in, we're going to show you kind of the quick step by step what these things look like and going in reverse. So first off, just like working backwards, reconnect your wires with black on black, white on white, and don't forget the ground. If you like to clean it up a little bit, add a zip tie, you're good to go there. Then next, get your auger motor, follow that same path where it goes through the holes, and then you want to bring it in and then go to the right and let it set as so. Next, don't forget to put your sprocket on. And so when you put the sprocket on, here's a real clear defining difference that you want to make sure you don't miss. There's this flat spot right here on this whole cylindrical shaft. You want to align that flat spot with the bolt right here. So when you tighten it down, it'll stay. If you miss that flat spot, you will run the risk of this thing slipping, and this whole thing will start grinding metal. Not a good day. So just a heads up. Then right here, don't forget to go around and tighten. So tighten that, 3/16 Allen, make sure that's good. Sprocket is on there. Now, just go around and tighten the bolts on the bracket with the 5/16. And there you go, your auger motor's in. And hey, last but not least, for aesthetics and protection, make sure you get your panels all in. And now, we're fully good to go. And hey, that's it. Hopefully this solved your problem. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Helps us out a ton. You got any last words for them?
No, just follow along with us, because in the months ahead, we're going to be bringing you more makes and models, repair videos, and review videos that will help you, your friends, and your family save some money. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. See you guys.